We want a perfect taper. It's right here. Look. We started with the 0.4, now it's the 0.8. We started in the small, like half an inch. Half an inch. Half an inch space so we can create that blend. 0.4, 0.8, half an inch space. And now this is the 1A. We're gonna do another half an inch space with the 1A. I'm getting you guys to do a full taper haircut on our customer, but right now we with the back taper. This should be enough to get the strategy down pat. So right here is the 0.4, the 0.8, the 1A. We're gonna go over it. You gotta go over it twice, clean them lines out real good, them spaces. Clean them spaces real good, but don't go any further. Leave it there. You see, the 1A, the 0.8, the 0.4 line. We're gonna come with the 2. We're gonna freestyle right here. You can't go too much into his hair. So right here we started with the 0.4. You can see it right here. And I created a small space of half an inch with the 0.8. Right here, you see it. Another half an inch space with the 1A. This is the system I'm giving you guys so you guys can excel in your profession. I'm gonna come with the 2. I'm gonna use a little bit of my artistic abilities and freehand pulling out, doing the pull-out game. I know a lot of you guys out there doing that pull-out game. Right now we're doing the barber pull-out game, you know what I mean? Gotta have the best pull-out game right now. You put the comb right on top and ride it with the 2. So you don't gotta go too far out there because he said he got them curls up there. You don't wanna be taken away from that bulk right there, but you wanted to make it look smooth though. You want that thing to look smooth. Right there, you wanna create a little space so you can put that 1.5 right there. And then I'm gonna do the breakdown so how it's gonna all come out and fade out real good. Smooth it out. Later on, we're gonna come with the shears. So we're gonna do a little, we're gonna bring out the Japanese steel shears and clean it all up. Now that was the 1.5. You see, the 1.5. That was the 2. Now we're gonna go with the 1.5 right into the 2. Not all the way in there, but you know, like kind of like a half an inch into it, but pulling out a little bit. Put in that wrist work. Yeah, we did the pull-out game with the 1.5. Now we're gonna do we're gonna go right with the 1.8 into the 1.5. We don't have to do too much of a pull-out game, but right now we're gonna we're gonna touch it up. We're gonna go right inside of it. Feather that thing in. Yeah, we're gonna feather it out. Touch it up. We're gonna touch it up. We're gonna knock this thing out like Mike. Blend it up from one side to the other. Everything is systematic. Systematic. You want to keep it systematic from one side to the other. One. Clean. Just blending up. Right there. This is the back taper. My man Tony he got a good set of grain of hair. And we got a good canvas right here right now. This is the 1. We're taking that one line out. It was from the 4. And then the 0.8, half an inch, and then the 1A. Now, the one that's kept in the middle that you see a little bit of right here, we're gonna take out with this 1, right here. We're feathering out a little bit, we're feathering it a little bit, not too much, but we don't wanna go in there. We already did that work right there. I'm teaching you how to do the perfect taper, clean taper, so smooth.
Softening up that fade.
Yes, softening it up, yeah. See, it's looking good. You're gonna use your artistic ability. You're gonna use a little bit of freehand, you know. Gonna touch here and there. Boom. You see it's coming together. I look in the mirror. I'll make sure I look in the mirror, guys. You always gotta look at the mirror. That's your best friend is that mirror. You know what I mean? We're going back with the 0A. We're going into the one with the 0A. See, the system put you in there in the game. The system is what's going to get you paid, but you got to have passion too with it. The system with a little barber game passion, you're going to be good. The money going to roll right in. The customer going to be happy. The number one thing is for the customer to be happy. Nothing else. You want to keep a good customer retention. Now we're going to use the 0-3 that's going to take the 0-4 out right there. The one that we created that line with the 0-3. Easy.
Definitely super satisfying to watch it all come together.
Yeah, most definitely. Now we still see this right here, but we're going to clean out with the shear. A lot of people use the technique, the clipper over comb, but I don't, you know. I do a lot of freehand. You know what I mean? I'm gonna come with the 3.5 ceramic, and I'm gonna go right in there with the pull-out game. The pull-out game I was teaching you guys. He got a little product. He got a little product, but I don't care about that because these blades right here cut through everything. That's why I recommend cutting with the air and the detachable. See, but I put that comb on top of it, so you know, so you guys can be able. I can do it with the pull-out game, right? But to get you guys to learn how to do the pull-out game, just put the comb on top a little bit. But don't be too hard on it. That will create a line. Just go out on it like that still. So I can start teaching you guys how to use the pull-out game. It's the pull-out game, puppy. You know what I mean? What do you think it is? You gotta pull out. You can't just stay in there. Now that we got it set up, we're gonna go back again to the 2. We're gonna go from the 3.5 to 2 and 1.5, and we're gonna leave it alone. The 2 now is gonna clarify things right here. Look, I wanna get you guys to see it all come together. And then I'm gonna come with the 7.5 steel shears right here. And then I'm gonna use the bigger part. Just so the hair, when it's cut right off. And then when it grows back, when he come back, it grows back and it give it a better, it lays down better. And not just to cut everything, just to cut the little, you see the little ugly hairs like that. You don't gotta be doing all that and it's crazy. Just cut where you need to be cut and get moving, like right there, you see? The uneven spots. But these shears do a lot of work. These shears do a lot of things. You can use this shear technique right here. That will help keep it curly and kind of choppy but smooth. And go right at the bottom and right here, where the fade is at. And make sure that right there is cleaned up. You don't want to take too much of his style. He got this, see right here, these shears are so nice. You can cut anything. Look, I'm gonna cut everything. You really gotta be careful with your fingers, ears, everything. Now, when you're gonna see this come to 3D is when I put this line up together right now with the Andes T-liners. This is what you're really gonna see come to life. I put the thinner part so it can pick up a better hair and it can comb better. Cause the thicker part ain't gonna do nothing. you slide right into it. Don't get too much on it. You slide because the hair go that way. So I can give it that sharp line, crispy. Now you can freestyle, freehand a little bit, not too much with the clippers. You got to be real skilled to do this. This is part of the advanced barbering right here, what I'm doing. But you're allowed to do it. I'm gonna slide it in. And a lot of people, you don't want to use the shavers right here, right in this area. But this area, you can see like the little dots, the goosebumps, that will create a lot of bumps from sucking the hair out of there, because that's what the shaver do, and it will give people bumps. So you got to know where to use the shaver as well. You could probably use it right here on the sides to make it more clean, but I'm gonna use the razor. I prefer to use the razor freehand. Then later on in one of the courses, I'm gonna teach you how to use it freehand, because you can cut people with it, but that's on another episode. See, I'm just touching here and there. Now I'm gonna look at it in the mirror, make sure it's coming out real good. You see it came out real nice. And I'll make sure I look in that angle. No little hairs like that look ugly, you know, I just cut them off like that, you see? That angle right there, I look in an angle and make sure that I cut that off right there. So far you've seen the side and back taper being performed. I kept it original right here. It's very important to get the ear around the ear, because that's what makes this haircut. This is a blowout, to be honest. It's a taper blowout, to make you guys understand a little more of the technique that we're using here, the hairstyle that we are performing at this time. Boom. And then because it's a blowout, I'm gonna make sure that at this angle that you see right here, you see this angle right there, you want the blowout to come out like that, in that angle. You don't want it to be flat. Most guys, they just cut flat because that make it easy for them to fade. But right now, you see the clippers did all the work, so I don't have to use too much of the shears. Now I'm gonna pull out the razor. I'm gonna do it freehand, but you can do it. You can put it on the razor. But right now, I felt comfortable doing it freehand right here. It's good to use the shaver right here on the side on him. But right here, he's not gonna break out, so you can use it right here. Gotta know how to use it and where. And I'm gonna come from behind like this, so I can get a better clean line, so it can last too for him. And I'm gonna go in this what they call the C cup now. They call it the C cup. I call it the curve, but they call it the C cup. Now we got the pull-out game and some C cups with it. You know what I mean? That's crazy, huh? Anyway, but the C cup, I never heard of that, you know? But I respect the game. And I get from behind right here, so I can get going up on it so that line looks sharp. I'll be really, really meticulous, giving the customer his money worth. See, I go in there, right to the line. See, the hair go that way, so it ain't no need to use the shaver because I'm cutting the hair against the grain. Use the razor right here at the bottom. And put his head back like that. So the taper look real nice. I'm gonna texturize it a little bit with the OA. Just texturize it for this little area right here, around here. Just texturize it a little bit. You're texturizing with the blade. Put the finger right here. That's another technique where I help you elevate and make another guard. You can use the 1A, but I'm freehanding. I'll make it look real good. I'm gonna use the shaver like everybody else do. You know, to me, it's a good technique. But I know his hair is rough around here, so I tap it a little bit, not much. Not too much on it. I don't want him to break out, so I just tap it a little bit. I already did it with the razor, so it's enough. I'm gonna emphasize a little bit on this C cup a little bit. So I don't want to push it up, but I want to make sure when he take a shower, that the ends of this hair don't come out too much, because it's one thing that basically that I'm gonna teach you guys on the other episodes, where you gotta wash your client's hair when he come in and dry it with the Dyson blow dryer. It dries quicker, and what that allows you to get a good canvas to cut. And then once he's done, you wash it again, and then you're gonna see all the imperfections. And you're gonna be able to catch up, because the customer gotta wash his hair when he get home. And when he washes his hair, it's not gonna be that same lineup. It's not gonna be all that fiber you put on. You gotta give him his money worth. You gotta give him that right cut, because you gotta understand, he's not going to a red carpet event right now, but I know he can go on a date. But you gotta give him that cut that lasts him for a week and a half or two, that he'd be able to, it will be able to last, you know. But right here, this is it. Taper, the blowout taper, and the back taper.
You need another spin like that?
This is the blowout taper right here. A little bit of Japanese shear right here. Look, we're gonna go here, and we're gonna cut them ends. Put this. Gotta be real careful, because this thing will cut your finger off. And then, even though you don't know, but these shears, they so sharp, they cut anything. You can just tap it, and you don't think they cut it, but they cut in every hair that is standing out. Believe it or not, any little hair, look, put the finger right here so you have some balance. Here, I'm gonna stand behind, so the little ends don't come out. Perfect. And I'm gonna, not too much, because if you cut too much, that area gonna be light once the hair pull back. But I just do it right here so the ends be cut perfectly. See, keep it dark, nice. I'm gonna do his front lineup. His lineup is somewhat complicated for some of the barbers. We're gonna use the stainless. We're gonna use the Japanese shears with it as well, the 7-inch. And we're gonna pull out a bit of hair. We're not gonna put too much, because the lineup we already did it. Some of his previous visits. My man is warm right now, so some of the hair gonna stick. We're not gonna be soup. We're gonna just keep it original, keep it nice. Because he got a certain style that he used. He used that curly hair where it's sort of looking like a sea salt spray style, but it's natural for him. He's been wearing this for a bit, for quite some time. It's an easy haircut. It's fun. I like it. I'm not gonna pull out too much hair and clean it out like, you know, some people. It's certain haircuts require that, with you clean this real sharp and nice, and then you put the fiber. But this one, we're gonna keep it original as much as we can, because this is a daily haircut. You know, he's not he's a superstar, but he's not gonna go out there on no Latin Grammy or anything like that. It's an everyday cut. This is for everyday use. Boom, you see? Now you always look in front of the mirror, make sure. Damn, Tony, we stole your life right here, man. We started recording without permission. We did our own thing. That's crazy. Now I'm gonna run this. I'm gonna go again. I'm gonna take some of the hair off his face. I know they don't use this no more, but I'm not gonna. He's warm and the hair's sticking, so you need this with a little powder. But for now, just use this edge. I'm not gonna beat him up with it. Just use the edge of it and just swipe a little bit off. Yeah. Make sure he's not uncomfortable, because them hairs make you feel uncomfortable too. A lot of barbers don't know that, but the customer's uncomfortable, but they don't say nothing to their barber, because some of the barbers, they get annoyed of anything that the customer tell them. Oh, and then they don't open up the customer to you don't cut that right there. You see how some people, we just slam and cut that. You put that back where it need to be at. You gotta respect his hair and what he been growing. So he's gonna style that later on. It ain't too much to do with the razor, but I'm still gonna do it because he got a tiny, small widow's pick that is not peak, that it's not that much, but we're still gonna give him his money's worth. But we're gonna do everything. Boom. See, that's it right there, fellas. That's it. He's gonna finish his haircut.
You're just basically repeating the same on the other side.
Mm-hmm. Right here, basically, yeah, because I didn't repeat it over there. I did the 0-4. It's the same system that I did on the back taper. We're gonna do the side taper. We don't want to touch too much of this area right here. I'm gonna do the 0A right here. You see, a small, kind of sort of a half an inch, but not too much. Clean it up real good, because he still got product. I should have washed his hair in the back, but some customer it's in and out, and you gotta understand that not everybody gonna want you to wash their hair in the back, but that would be the right thing to do. Is wash their hair, take all them oils out of there. But when you cut it with these blades, it don't matter. This thing will cut right through. Use the comb. This is the 1A. I'm doing another half an inch. It don't look like it. The 0-4, the OA, and the 1A. They don't gotta be perfectly printed, but for you to know, because you're an artist, you're a barber, to imagine where them guides is at. Them guidelines, you know it's there. It's already tapered out, you see? Because he already came before to get cut. So all I'm doing is kind of touching this up. You don't want to redo everything and start just tapering and taking all this out and doing this cleanup, so-called undercut taper that people be doing nowadays. I'm gonna come with the 1.5 on top of the 1A. It's already done. You don't want to touch too much of this right here, because you see that's light right there. You start cutting in there, you're gonna mess up the style, the blowout. You gotta, the pull-out game, like I was teaching you guys in the back taper. This, you're gonna keep this here. You're not gonna cut too much of that. You're not gonna start swinging in there with big plastic guards. You're gonna respect his style and how he wear it daily, because he see his hair every day in the mirror. Personally, every day, he be like, damn, he fucking cut too much right there. And you don't even know, you gotta think about all that. That's barber psychology right there. I'm putting you guys on as I'm teaching this class right here, this episode on how to do a blowout taper. And this is the perfect canvas right here, Tony. We got the perfect measure, line up, dimensions to perform the blowout taper, and the hair along the way. See, I'm with the one now with the 1A. This is the 1.5 I did here, the 1A and the OA, and then the one is, I gotta take that 1A and OA line that is right here with the 1. We're already done with it. Simple, easy. Don't touch too much in there. So when you do the lineup, it looks sharp. That C cup look real nice. You see how it's looking nice when you comb it with the thinner part of the comb? You want to nick and pick in there. You don't want to do too much. Look around the ear and make sure that you use the angle of the 1.5. So you don't leave all that thick in there, so that lineup lay down. You just angle it. Just a little bit, just touching the line, the edge. So when you do the lineup with the trimmers, with the Andes T outliner, you see it lays flat. You'll be able to perform the blowout, not just start cutting the taper fade like people do. They start tapering and taking away. You don't want that. So try to listen and consult with the customer before doing what you want on their hair, or cutting every customer hair like the same. This is the OA. I already did the one, now I'm doing the OA under the one, going into the one and the 1A with the OA. You see, it's looking blurry. I'm just cleaning up, freehanding a little bit. Always look at the mirror, make sure that everything is it's looking clean. Now this is the 03, and I'm gonna take that 04 line out, the one that we started with. You see how smooth it's starting to look? Everything's starting to come out. And I'm away from the lineup, you see? So when I do that C cup, it looks sharp. Don't start fading in there, because that's what makes people use enhancements. And then when the customer go back home, you know, they be like, damn, where my lineup at? It's gone, it's disappeared. Because it all was, they do the, the enhancements in. You want him to wake up with the same haircut, basically. You don't want his haircut on the pillow or going down the drain of the when he's taking a shower. You want his haircut to be right on his head, not on the pillow, or not washed away in the shower. You gotta consult with the client. You gotta ask him about all that, if he want it or not, you know. But before all that, you make sure that you give him a nice cut, and then you add all that stuff. Make sure that the cut look good without all that first, and then you add all that stuff. You see the taper, lobe taper. Now we're gonna make sure we measure it before I start digging and lining up, measure with that. It's already there from the previous haircut. I don't have to measure too much, but I'm just doing it so you guys can be aware of what you guys need to do. And this lineup is always, you measure it with the eyebrow at the end of it, or sometimes it's more tighter. I'm not digging to make a sharp lineup, but to keep it natural, and they know that he got that lineup there. So I just tapped it. You see how sharp it came out, the lineup? I just tapped it. I didn't do nothing to it. Just I kept everything original. Just came out on his own. Also, this is a good canvas as well. Some of them, and some of the few, our future episodes, we're gonna have, I'm gonna cut some of the guys that you're not gonna come out with a good canvas. You know, some people, oh, that's a nice cut. Yeah, he got a nice grain of hair and he got a good canvas. Not everybody gonna come out like that. You're gonna have to finesse. You're gonna have to put your artistic ability to work to make that haircut look like what he showed you on that Pinterest picture. That is edited and it's edited and it's full of enhancements. A lot of people don't know that, but you just don't tell them that. You just gotta bring it to life. What he got in his own mind, you gotta already pull out that blueprint out of his mind, and you gotta perform it. Can't play no games. So my man is done up already. You see. His razor, you hold it like that first. You see how I hold it? See how you hold it like that? 2 fingers, one in the middle, so you can bend. Got to be careful with these two edges. But later on down, the more and more we keep recording, I keep teaching you guys, you're gonna get it. And this is not that easy. You can cut somebody with it, but it's more efficient, more efficient. We just got done with the blowout taper. It was a success. I'm happy. I know the client happy. We're gonna ask him in a minute, hey, do you want the eyebrows done? I don't know. He's gonna do it. All right, fuck it. Yeah, we do a little bit of that. I think he said they're gonna shut off. But I know he don't like his eyebrows arched like like a Puerto Rican in the island looking mad, but right here, we're just gonna clean up a little bit, because some of the hair sometimes meets with the eyebrow to the lineup. So you just wanna clean around here. He wanna look clean. You know, I know he be going on dates on a daily basis, and he don't want, you know, girls to be all up in his face and they be looking at all that, and they really meticulous more than the guy. They be like, why you got all that hair? Why you don't go do his eyebrows? So right here, we're just gonna clean him up a little bit, not too much, because his eyebrows already arched. You can tell. We're just gonna clean him up. Because, you know, everything on a date is eye contact. You gotta keep that piece of hair around the eye that is the eyebrow cleaned up. I'm gonna do a little bit at the bottom, not much, just a little bit. Just a little bit, not much. It's already, you know, he's one of my clients that been coming to me for 5 years, so I already know how he want him. You don't want him super sharp, you just want him clean, just like that. So that's it, guys. Tune in next time, Luxury Barber Lounge.